Sadly, I could not love you more than my cowardly heart allowed. That your entire life was devoid of anything worth admiring. What emptiness in your heart could I have filled that would have stopped you from desiring more? Hindi masyadong klaro sa akin yung exact ibig sabihin nito, but the impression I got was, the reason why I don't like you anymore is because, um, are you saying that you changed because, did you change because you wanted to change, or did you change because of me? Because if you change because of me, then I don't want to be the reason for you to change. Kasi alam ko kumakain ka ng tao eh. Di ba I'm correct? Di ba kumakain, do the Nagas
Mm,
eat the people?
mm.
Do if diba? So imagine the scenario, diba? Imagine the scenario, I'm with my git-git singing outside, and then nakita ko sa ano na may mga umaaligid-aligid dyan ng mga naga waiting for the humans to ano, and I'm like, mga naga, maggago kayo, ganyan. And then biglang may naga na sing-sing with me, and I'm like, oh my god, this naga is like so cute, ganyan, ganyan. I'll fall for this naga. So they fall in love, ganyan. And then of course, napansin ko na yung this so the question is Oriol still victimizing humans even while we're having our relationship?
Um, it's not ano po, it's not we didn't establish that po na ano na she's like one of the Magindaran that are like victimizing humans. She's just simply ruling up over them.
Okay, so
Yun po. We
that's
don't think ahead
so
of that po.
yeah, so I think you need to clarify that. Kasi right now because Halia knows Oriol.
Yes po.
Yeah, she knows Oriol, she knows what she's about. So I'm like, so I'm extra cautious. I should be extra cautious. I'm like, okay, Oriol is giving me some kind of attention. And then, so, kumbaga, the love that I'm giving Oriol has to come from some extraordinary place because I know in my brain, you're not a good thing. Diba? You're not a good thing, Oriol. Diba? You're actually eating the people that I'm protecting. Diba yung ganon? Or your people are actually eating the people I'm protecting. So why should I trust you? So again, we go back now na Oriol should do something spectacular para maano si Hadia. Yun, because based on based on eyewitness accounts, Oriol is not to be trusted. Ganon.
Yes po.
'Di ba? So, ayun. So, you just need to add those details. And then the third one na is about the whole Bakunawa thing. Yun. It's now a question of how important is the Bakunawa in the romantic narrative, or is it just like a side nice to know thing? What do you think?
Mm, it is like the Bakunawa is pretty important po because it's like because since po the Magandara was like devouring the fishermen, it's like it is like the Bakunawa's turn to devour the moon. Ganun po. It's kind of like the
Okay.
parallel. Yes po.
Okay. So that's another layer of detail. So parang um if the Bakunawa has the intents of, I mean, does the Bakunawa have intents of devouring the moon soon or later pa? That's a question.
Hmm. That's like yung Bakunawa po kasi is more like hunger.
Yeah.
There's like craving po, but parang ganun po. It's like a feral craving po. Like it doesn't think.
Okay, kasi um yung kasi the other thing I'm yeah, so if the Bakunawa needs to be there, then that actually adds to the distrust of Halia. Kasi I'm there, mag-isa lang ako, I'm singing in on on this body of water. I know that you're all there, Magindara, Naga, and even Bakunawa. And then suddenly may naga who wants me and I'm like, why should I trust you even more? Eh, kaalyado mo yung mga yung mga dyan sa ilalim, di ba? Ano ako tanga yung ganon. So we need that. We need that because it's we need to justify actions, 'di ba? When we talk about motivation in story, we need to know where people are coming from. Why do I act the way I do? 'Di ba? Why do I act the way I do? If I fall in love with a naga who I know is one of the enemy, why would I fall in love with you? I am smart, edukada ako, 'di ba? Um, yon. So it needs to be clear unless, 'di ba? Unless Oriol's voice was that powerful.
Mm.
'Di ba? Unless Oriol's voice was that powerful, um yung wala siyang choice. But then again, if Oriol's voice was that powerful, then there's no way for Halia to break free kung ganun ka-powerful yung voice ni Oriol. So kumbaga, parang when Oriol would sing to Halia, yung she even says it herself in the ano na nagtataka siya kung anong ginagawa mo dito. 'Di ba? At the beginning of the story, she would doubt na I was one of the seven moons. And then I keep watching, strumming my melody, and then uh, a, a start of a close friendship with the enemy. 'Di ba? So alam niyang kalaban to. Pero eventually, in just one page away, in the span of one page, biglang friendship turned into love. 'Di ba? Ang bilis. So, yun. The foe and I form a bond hidden from above. Tinago pa niya, sinikreto pa niya. We get together for songs, despite the cough, but often our nights together are not enough. May longing now si Halia. Our nights are not enough. Ganon. So, anong pinanggagawa nitong si Oriol? At biglang nabighani talaga itong si Halia.
Mm.
So that needs to be established. Okay, so I'm going back to the spreadsheet. Did I add anything else? So when it says here, so that's why we need to know that real story because we need to understand how the turnaround happened. What triggered Halia to start questioning it na? 'Di ba? So because she wanted to fall in love with with Oriol, and then eventually she started questioning what made her question it. Did something happen? Biglang natauhan si Halia, yung ganon. And in the end, um, she says, our tragic lagoon. Did Oriol actually find it tragic? Yun ang tanong. Did Oriol actually find it tragic? Or was, when you say our tragic lagoon, is Halia being poetic about it? Yung ganyan.
But ano po, she's being poetic about it po.
Okay, sige. Okay. So, kahit heartbroken siya, I will wax poetic. Ganyan.
Yes po.
Yeah, and then so itong part na to, it only suggests that the Oriol, that Oriol. Okay, so itong mga nilagay ko dito, it's still they're not fully formed kasi because of the other details that you've shared with me. So thank you for sharing those details. And then I says here, maybe Halia says, would you have remained yourself? Yon. So yung nakalagay dito yung visual contrast, we need to be able to separate those elements para makita natin kung ano nangyayari. Kasi sometimes the colors, hindi natin masyado nasa-separate yung foreground and background, character against background. So we need to see that. So generally, that's it. So do you have questions for now?
So far po none, I suppose.
Okay, so right here, if you see
Po.
the chart here it says, so I broke it still down, four major beats. We introduced the situation. This is where the who I am. I am Halia. I'm one of the seven moons. I go down and then I see in this body of water yung mga lecheng Magindara and Naga and all of that, and then I'm protecting the fisherman from being eaten. Ganon. Second major beat, oh my God, it's a Naga, ganyan. And then eventually, oh, we're in love. That's it. And then the next one is the questioning. This is the third major beat. Na something happens makes me start to think about the entire thing, and then the fourth major beat is, okay, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen, Oriol, ganyan. But I'm heartbroken, ganon. Right
Yes po.
now, um, okay naman ang ano, ang distribution. Itong last part lang na parang ano, parang ang well, it's not really mabilis. Pero I guess it will now depend on if ever you decide to re to go over it with your team, to go over the story again with your team and see how you can fill in those gaps. I'm sure mag-iiba ito. Mag-iiba itong distribution na ito. But
Yes po. That's like yes po. That's like our plan po.
okay.
Because yun nga po, it's like just 12 pages po kasi and it's kind of rushed.
Oo.
Like the colorist book namin is like one day lang po niya
Oh
ginawa. So
my,
that's why
okay.
yes, that's why yung visual contest is not that good.
Okay. Oh my God. So, karamihan sa inyo, mga rush jobs pala.
No, actually po ako po yung actually madami po ako ginawa
Okay.
mostly. So, and then Erin was like contributed into some of the lines, but
Oo.
mostly it's me. And then yung colorist po yung pinakahuli. Siya na rin po naglagay ng dialogue.
Okay. Okay, sige. Pero congratulations, you made it.
So,
So that means you can put together a comic book in a rush. So yun na lang. Sige, so again, what I mentioned to CTL and to Miguel, if you decide to pursue this, you meet amongst yourselves and then you get in touch with me through email when you want to show me updates. And then we'll work on that. So, just for context for everyone, ideally, if you decide to revise, the deadline for the revision is end of February, first week of March. So that means final version na ang end of February, first week of March. Okay? And then, so you will be taking, so it depends now on how you're gonna break up the time from now until, until early March. Kayo na bahala mag-time management sa inyo. Okay? Um, okay, so Bettina, do we have other questions?
this like revision po, it's like the complete graphic novel po.
Oh yeah, so the revision ideally, if you decide to do this, we see the best version you can make by by first week of March. So the final na.
First week of March po.
Yes.
Okay po.
So this is no, not because you're not supposed to be printed naman, pero it's gonna be for I think it's gonna be for electronic distribution. I'm not sure yet, pero at least first the polished final version by first week of March. Okay? Okay. So our final contestant for today, thank you very much for sticking around. Alfred. Alfred with Eastward Bound Renaissance. Okay. So,
Yes.
hi Alfred.